Welcome to the Terrible Take, a mini podcast telling Steelers Nation what's on our minds. I'm Joe Clark. Last week, I talked about TJ Watt and why he deserves to be in his own class as a defender in the NFL. This week, I'll talk about his outside linebacker partner with the Pittsburgh Steelers and Alex Highsmith, and why his performance this season shows why strictly looking at counting stats can be bad practice. Highsmith is playing the best football of his career. He's expanded his array of pass rush moves, and he's proving every week that he's well worth the 4-year, $68 million contract he received from Pittsburgh this offseason. Last season and in prior seasons, there would be games where Highsmith could be taken out of the game. He wouldn't make much of an impact to get much pressure on the quarterback, and offensive tackles could neutralize him. While he only has 4.5 sacks this season, he's made an impact in each and every game. Thursday night's game against the Tennessee Titans was one of Highsmith's best games of the season. He had 2 sacks, but more importantly, he also had 11 pressures, and that actually makes him now the NFL's league leader in pressures. Every single week, even if Highsmith isn't getting a sack, he's getting after the quarterback and forcing pressure and making quarterbacks force their throws or running them into other guys for sacks. One other stat caught my eye with Highsmith's Thursday performance, and that's win probability added on sacks. Kind of sounds like, you type your typical tough to understand analytics stat, but it's pretty simple. In essence, what that means is when Highsmith is getting home to bring the quarterback down, he's doing it in really key moments. Pittsburgh's win probability added on Highsmith sacks is at an impressive 74%, showcasing that when Highsmith is getting home, he's really adding to Pittsburgh's chances to win. That 74% total is almost 13% higher than the next highest in Myles Garrett, who's in second place at 61.5%. Highsmith had a third down sack on Thursday with Tennessee threatening in Pittsburgh territory. And how could we forget a strip sack in Week 2 against the Cleveland Browns in the fourth quarter that Watt was able to recover and return for a touchdown? It's simple. Highsmith's been a monster this season, and while just looking at his 4.5 sacks might not show that, watching him week in and week out, it's clear that he's playing as good as he has in his career. I'm excited to see what he can do the rest of the season as he looks to continue his upward trajectory. He's one of the best passers in the NFL, an absolute force alongside Watt for Pittsburgh's defense. And honestly, he's a guy who deserves more respect league-wide, even if his sack numbers might not be as high as others. Be sure to follow us at SteelersDepot.com and check out episodes of The Terrible Take every day at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And check out The Terrible Podcast with Alex Kozora and Dave Bryan every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Go Steelers!